Hey there! Our lives have changed so much in the past days that we all need to adapt to new and perhaps scary circumstances. So we find ourselves trying anything and everything to stay sane and stressless. So I wanted to share with you what has worked wonders for me. You would think that it should be easy for those of us who are self employed and have always worked at home. But the truth is, without discipline, it's unavoidable to procrastinate, to get immersed in the news, to spend too much time watching funny videos, and ultimately to be blank, to not know what else to do, which translates into feeling unproductive and guilty. So I knew that I needed a more specific schedule, one that allowed for both the productive and entertaining activities, and all in a controlled, manageable, and practical way. With extra time, we have the perfect opportunities to do what we had been putting off. Read that book, try that new recipe, take that online course. The list is endless. I thought of an interactive schedule which I can rearrange according to my needs and wants for each day. The advantage of doing it in my bullet journal is that for each new project or new activity, I can make a separate spread as needed, break things down into goals and steps, add deadlines, discard what is not working, and get the things that matter done. I saw on YouTube a bullet journal video for April setup, and it featured the Lofi aesthetic, and I was so inspired by it that I also wanted to draw my room, or my ideal room to be precise. I don't have those plans or the cat, but anyway, everything else is pretty much a mix of my workshop and my room together. Since I will be spending there at least the next month, I thought I better make it cozy and appealing. So here you see me drawing everything. I have already drawn the schedule in the form of a window. I am adding things that I have that make me happy and that symbolize a warm, cozy place that home always has represented for me. An important part of my schedule are the routines that me time in the morning to plan the day, work out, have breakfast, and do anything else that puts me in the mood to start each day with a positive attitude and the needed energy. Planning a steady daily routine has been essential to administrate my time properly. Now it's time to make a list of everything that I want to do but couldn't for the lack of time. I even went online and looked up ideas to do while staying at home. Right now you can find a million. So behind each item there are so many things to try, like different online classes, different pastries to bake. The point is to make the most of each day while learning, practicing, and enjoying it. I have found that it is very important to go to bed early and wake up early. And in both cases, I have been trying to leave my phone aside to watch the news until I'm ready for it, and I usually just look for any instructions for my area, because this really helps me to stay calm. And now for the fun part, I will be coloring the entire thing. I wanted it in brown ink and neon colors. The contrast is quite whimsical and very pleasant to the eyes. You will notice later on that I included doing Zoom or calls in my schedule. I think it is so important to stay in touch with family and friends in these times. We need to talk to them, and they need us to listen to them. And we have to try our best to encourage one another so that we can be uplifted. I personally try to call someone or more than one person every single day. So I am finishing here, and all that is left is for me to explain how the schedule actually works. I will be color coding my routines, as well as my work and my cleaning times. These have always had a fixed schedule, so I can color block them directly on the page. Now, it may seem that my routines take a lot of time, but they include many things that I like to do calmly without rushing, and that is why it's important to wake up early to make the most of the morning. Plus, where I live, the early morning is the coolest time of the day, so I get to be outside in the garden to enjoy the sunrise and the fresh air. And at night, I like to wind down away from the phone again, because if I don't, then it wakes up my brain and I have a hard time falling asleep. Now, for the rest of the activities, everything is open to change, so I am writing each task on separate post-its, which I can then exchange or rearrange as I want. The beauty of this is that I see everything that I want to do in one place, so I will be able to try different things and tackle many of those that I have been wanting to do. This prevents boredom or idleness and boosts productivity. I left one day open, Sunday, because though it is nice to have a hold of everything, it's also sane to live one free day to rest, to improvise, or to just go with it. And that's it. This is the way I have been able to function, to keep a positive attitude, and to make each day count. So I really hope that you enjoyed watching the video. And as always, subscribe if you would like to follow my bullet journal journey. Stay safe, and thanks a lot for watching.